Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's contest between Berryville Bobcats and the Prairie Grove Tigers. The first game will be the Lady Bobcats against the Lady Tigers. We'll follow up with the boys, and I'm Lynn Gregson, and with me is Derek Dugan. And Derek, unless something happens in the building process tonight, the last night that basketball from an official standpoint, I mean, I'm sure there'll be games and things, but this is it for the Prairie Grove High School team in this gym. A lot of great memories over the years. You and I can probably sit here and talk for the whole 4 hours of our webcast tonight about those, and we'll talk about some of that tonight. Coming up between games, we'll do an interview. Last year's senior night, a very special senior night a year ago, you and I got a little YouTube fame, but not as much as our guest tonight. We'll be doing an interview with McKay Gregson and talk about last year's senior night. We'll talk about other senior nights, Derek, that you and I remembered over the years as well.
If I'd have thought about it, Lynn, I would have put together a top 10 list. That would have been kind of a cool thing to do. Top 10 moments.
I think we might be able to get it get there close as it is. But tonight, let's talk a little bit first about this contest tonight between Berryville and Prairie Grove, the Lady Tigers.
Well, as you know, Lynn, we went over to Berryville, I believe it was last month, for a conference game over there with their girls team, and probably in my memory anyway, probably the lowest scoring game in recent memory from our girls team. I think that we scored 17 points, and I think only 4 of those came in the second half. So Berryville really put it to us that night. I was not over there. I'm not sure if you were, Lynn, but Berryville really took it to us, made a statement in that ball game. And as we mentioned, I think the last webcast is Berryville really came on strong at the end of last year. And we ran into them in conference and in the regional tournament. They actually beat us in the third-place game over at Lincoln. And so they are a very solid team. They're 10-2 in the conference. They've still got aspirations for a conference championship. They're going to need some help to have that happen, and we're going to need some help to have that happen. But right now, a battle for second place is really up for grabs tonight in this ball game.
Well, and you're right, Derek. And potentially, potentially, if this is a huge game because you do not want to have to win. I mean, you can, and I mean, you should win if you're going to go anywhere. But sometimes you can have an off night, and that's it. But with Berryville, Prairie Grove had not lost to Berryville since 2007 till last year. Yep. So it was a long time coming, and now Berryville owns a couple of game winning streak on the Tigers. Yep. Lady Tigers, maybe tonight they can flip this for that. So tonight, this game is about seeding second place in the tournament. Of course, both have one more game tonight, or one more game on Friday. We play at Lincoln, and it escapes me off the top who Berryville has. But this game is essentially for that second place. And Berryville, they really took it to Prairie Grove last time they played. Yeah. So my guess is we will not beat them by that many points. So we can't afford to lose Friday night if we happen to lose tonight.
Right. And if we
win tonight.
Right. And if we win tonight, right now we are in a two-way tie. The thing is, if we win tonight, Lynn, Berryville goes a game behind us. So the tiebreaker points would not come into play unless we happen to lose over at Lincoln Friday night. So I know Coach Froud, and talking to him a little bit, he definitely wants to get this 2 seed wrapped up. He can't clinch it tonight, but it really goes a long way because, as you said, if you go into the district tournament having to win a game to play in the regionals, all it takes is for you to have one off night. And our girls have a little bit of leeway. I think just seeing the conference from third place on down to 8th place, there's quite a bit of difference between third and 8th place. On the boys' side, on the other hand, you've seen a lot of the 7th, 8th place teams playing closer with these top-ranked teams.
Absolutely.
So not as much wiggle room, I think, for the boys. But I know even with that being said, the girls want to get into that automatic regional.
Well, we got a couple minutes here before we start. We know this game's about second place, and we'll go with the starting lineups after the national anthem coming here. Let's talk about great moments in girls basketball here, Derek, over the years. Anything that comes to mind to you over the years of the girls' basketball teams?
Well, in the recent memory, Lynn, it's just been pretty much conference domination is the one thing that stands out there. And I'll be thinking as the night goes on for just those highlight moments that we've had, so many great games in this gym. But just really, our girls have put kind of a stamp on the conference the past several years. And just being able to really dominate. I think you had mentioned it last year. I can't remember what the number was. The streak that teams not named Shiloh or
Huntsville when they weren't in the conference
yeah.
last year, we had an 86-game winning streak
I
at
knew
one
it was
point.
way up there.
And then our conference or at-home winning streak was I forget the number. It was up around 40 or something. We had a lot of wins here, and this is as you said, recent memory with Coach Froud being here the past. I think this may be his 11th season now.
I think that's right.
And so as he's been here that long, and really the program that he's built. But there were a lot of great teams before that, Derek, that we've had over the years, we'll talk about some of them tonight as the night progresses. But as we talk about the girls here, some of the great ones that come to my mind is. When we were still the underdogs and the way that we played, some of these teams and watching it develop over time has just been fantastic. And some of the great players that have played here.
Absolutely. We moved here. Our family moved to Prairie Grove in, I believe, 1997, Lynn. And I've been coming to games ever since then. And back when we started, I knew Prairie Grove had a great tradition of basketball. With Coach Bobby Smith, who's at Fayetteville now. Of course, Coach Green, our late athletic director. He at one time coached boys and girls for several years in this gym. But the first player that I remember just really standing out was probably Sarah Lundberg. She actually transferred in from Oklahoma, and she led us to the state championship, I believe, in 2000. We lost a tough game to Ozark down there, had a chance for a state championship there, but you just start with her. She's really the first standout that I remember, and then you go on right down the list, and from her on to Dana Idlet, and then you had Justine Huber and all those girls. Just been a great run.
Well, Derek, we went ahead and just stayed with it for the alma mater this time, and I think it was a good thing to do on this senior night, special night. And, you know, in talking with our administration, rather than having a lot of fanfare tonight, they're going to do a big deal when we open up the new gym. But tonight, for you and I, and doing these games now for 5 years, a lot of memories for us doing these.
Sure.
But also memories over the years that you and I have been here, and I'm sure there's some that are before.
Even back before we had the internet, right?
Yeah. Aleski Smith is a starter for the Berryville Lady Bobcats. Number 14, number 15 is Whitney Howerton. Number 42. I'm sorry, that's number 41, Haley Skelton. And did you get the other two, Derek?
12 and 21, Lynn.
Hannah Noble, number 12, and Allie Teague, number 20. Hannah Noble, I will tell you again, I know I referenced volleyball every now and then. She's incredible. Parker Lopez starting for the Lady Tigers, number 3. She's a sophomore. Number 20, Camry Bartholomew. She's a sophomore as well. Taylor Harton, the junior. Number 23, Maddie Harton, her sister, her twin, number 23 starting. And number 33, Ashley Cox. 3 juniors, 2 sophomores starting for the Lady Tigers this evening. And Derek, big game. This is really for the an automatic regional bid tonight. Yeah. That's what this is about.
And one thing you worry about as a coach, which I'm sure is in Coach Froud's mind, is you've got a triple whammy here tonight. Number 1, it's senior night, so the emotions are running high. Number 2, it's the last game that you're going to play in this gymnasium if everything goes as planned over at the new high school or at the new gym. And then number 3, it's a critical game. I mean, on top of that, a critical game for seeding-wise that could affect your season's future right here tonight.
Well, here we go, getting ready to start. And the tip from T goes to number 15, Whitney Howerton. Now the Lady Bobcats really took it to the Lady Tigers up in Berryville. Hopefully tonight the Lady Tigers can turn the tables.
Yeah, I definitely expect a more competitive matchup in this ball game tonight. I think our girls are going to come out and play really well tonight.
Defensively, good start right now, about 20, almost 30 seconds into the game. And they've been playing out here in the front court, Derek, not really getting much going there. And now Smith will bring it out. There's Noble. She looks inside. That looked like a walk. And they call it.
Got her that time, yeah. She didn't walk the first time. She got her the second time. Yeah, good defensive possession. Lady Tigers really made the Lady Bobcats work right there, and they still didn't get a good look at the basket. Good job forcing the turnover. Well, Lynn, our girls have seen zone defense just about every single game we've played in conference.
Well, you know, they know we don't have, you know, they know we don't have the presence that we've had historically inside, and they're like, hey, we're going to make them hit these outside shots.
And that's worked out well for us the past few games.
Yes, it has.
We've really shot well from the outside, and looks like we're going to need to do that again tonight with this.
Nope. Yeah, Hannah Noble's all over Bartholomew over there, but both teams just this.
It's going to be a fast game here, Lynn.
Yeah.
May not be moving fast, but the clock is moving quickly.
Maybe in honor of the great Dean Smith that passed away this weekend. You know, he used to run the 4 corners. And,
that's right.
He used to play a slow-down game, and there's a three-pointer. No good. Rebound's going to go to Ashley Cox. Good job by Ashley to battle for that rebound.
Yeah, great job. Really making Berryville play a lot of defense right here. Get an extra possession with that offensive rebound.
And goes in for Maddie Hart. And now the Lady Tigers up, get the first basket. Almost 2 minutes into the game before the first basket scored. Lady Tigers up 2-0.
Well, that was a great possession. Over a minute off the clock. Now the Lady Tigers going to run a little trap there at the top of the key. Nice job of recovering by all the girls on the help side.
The good ball movement right now by the Berryville Lady Bobcats, but Prairie Grove able to recover.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes into the game. Berryville not taking a shot yet.
And now thrown away.
2 turnovers.
And now here comes Lopez. Parker Lopez gets past a couple of defenders, and now wisely gets it restarted on the offense. 2-0, just underway. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go here. And now,
Ashley almost made a nice play there to get to that loose ball.
I think Parker thought she was going to get a foul there. No call.
Almost looked like it was either going to be a foul or an out of bounds, and Ashley did a good job of trying to keep the play alive.
And now they're looking inside. And Skelton gets it in. Nice play. Good. Number 21, Allie Teague. All tied up at 2. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first. If you're watching, go to pgtigersonline.com. Go to our event chat page and let us know where you're watching from here on this senior night. If you got any good memories of senior night, share them with us. Or, I'm sorry, of this gym. And it can be a senior night too, but, if you got good memories from this gym, share them with us tonight. Three-pointer on the way. Bottom! There we go. Maddie Harton knocks it down. She's got all 5 points. It's 5-2. 4:28 to go here in the first. Now
nice pressure there.
And nice job. Coach Frowell, he thought he was getting it that time. Noble looking inside for Skelton. There's Teague. Her foot's, they're going to get her. It was on there the first time, and they saw it when she took the stutter step. 5-2, Lady Tigers, 4:05 to go here in the first. Our East Lab students tonight helping out. Our producer, Ethan Sam, Jacob Coyle, and Christian Dowdy on the camera tonight. Appreciate them being here, and they've been great all year, Derek. They have been fantastic.
They have. No complaints. That three-point shot is going to be critical tonight as Berryville really clogging down the inside, and we haven't got a lot of free looks from the outside, but we are 1 of 2 from the three-point line.
Now, Taylor Harton takes it to the goal. Good, 7-2. 3:30 to go here in the first. Nice job that time. Thought she may have gotten a foul there. But
a little bit of contact on the way. It was a good job by Taylor of being strong. There's another travel for Berryville. But Berryville looks a little rattled right now, Lynn.
7-2. This is a game, though, you know how I'm always about the boys that no lead's comfortable. I think tonight, because of the talent that Berryville has, that I don't think a lead is going to be comfortable tonight for the girls either. And it's nice to get this good start, and we need it in this critical match night, senior night, last night in this gym, and for an automatic regional bid. All on the line tonight.
Lynn, you have definitely been more cautious than I have this year. Some would say pessimistic, but I'm usually the half
three-pointer.
That's short. Oh, the glass half empty kind of guy. But yeah, you have the feeling neither team is going to get away from one another. And there's another turnover for Berryville, Lynn. That's 4, I believe, the first 5+ minutes of play.
Well, it's 2:46 to go here in the first. Lady Tigers up 7-2. Derek, this is something I believe very strongly in. When a team like Berryville, as good as they are not playing well, you got to score and build your lead now because they're not going to be like this all night. So while you've got them, you've got to be able to build a lead, and the Lady Tigers are trying to do just that. Yeah,
that's right. We talked about that in the boys' game last week that we did against P. Ridge. I hate to bring up bad memories of playing in this gym, but you're right. We've got to extend the lead while we can. While Berryville's not, they're struggling. You know that they're at some point going to find their rhythm on offense. They're not going to turn the ball over all night.
Almost a turnover that time for the Lady Tigers. And we're getting close to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Been a very quick first quarter, Derek, almost like a running clock. And Coach Elder's got to be happy with that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No fouls being called.
Three-pointer, bottom! Oh, there we go, 10-2. That's 2 3-pointers, Derek. That's big.
And that's 2 out of 3. Camry has been hot the last few weeks of the season, Lynn. There's a good job by Berryville, but
nice job. And then Camry just give her enough defense there to cause her a miss. Bartholomew thought about that 3 again. It's 10-2. Minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Again, if you're watching, go to pgtigersonline.com, the event chat page. Let us know where you're watching from. And a reach in. The first foul of the game comes at $1:20 to go here in the first quarter. For those who may watch and go back and watch games, if you're watching tonight, we do have the games taken down temporarily. They'll be back up at the end of the season. We'll post some interviews and various other things out online. But for the next couple weeks, games will be down and be back up at the end of the season.
I guess word has gotten out, Lynn, and the other teams are finding our website and getting free scouting reports, I guess. It'll be interesting to see, will Berryville continue to stay in their zone defense, or will they extend it out a little bit and maybe open up some things inside for us?
1 minute to go here in the first. There's a three-pointer by Maddie. Bottom! 13-2. And Coach,
I think it's Coach Hall. Excuse me, Cornelison. Hall's the assistant.
Yep. Cornelison, he is going to call a timeout. Let's take a timeout with him. 52.8 seconds in the first quarter. Lady Tigers up 13-2.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop. Serving.
Lynn, this is kind of... Are we back on? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're back on.
Yeah,
yep.
It's kind of been a repeat of what we've seen the last few games that we've webcast. Is hot shooting from the outside for the Lady Tigers. Let's hope that continues. We don't want to rely on that, but while we're hitting, we might as well keep shooting them.
Very big contest tonight. Definitely an opportunity for the Lady Tigers. A win tonight and a win Friday will put them in as the second seed. There's a chance. Now, is Berryville and Huntsville had their follow-up game yet?
That's who they play, I believe.
On Friday.
Friday night, yep.
There goes Noble. She's in the lane. Long three-pointer by Teague. It's good, 13-5.
And I think that game is over at Berryville this time.
So if Berryville were to upset Huntsville, Berryville did lose a game. Oh, she walked.
Yeah, she did. They've not caught the first walk, but they've done a good job of getting the second one a couple times here. But if you notice, Lynn, the pressure has extended out from Berryville. They're moving that zone up. We're going to have to be strong with the basketball.
Hopefully we'll get some inside opportunities with that.
Yes.
She gets it off in time. Oh, not too bad there from Cameron Bartholomew. That's a one-quarter play. The Lady Tigers 13, Lady Bobcats 5.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
We're back and into the game. Taylor Doss. She comes in for Bartholomew. Oh, yep, Bartholomew.
Great thing for the first quarter, Lynn. No fouls for the Lady Tigers, so everybody can.
Wow, they're letting them play because that was a
they
foul
are,
right there by Noble.
Everybody can be aggressive right here.
Just getting underway here in the second quarter. Lady Tigers up 13-5. Cox better get out of the lane. She's been in there for a little while. Boy, that's close, dangerous pass right there because Noble's out there. And there goes Lopez. Oh, no good. She got a nice move to the basket, but then unable to convert. 13-5.
I think Parker was a little surprised she was so open on that.
And there goes a nice drive, and Teague has all 7 points for the Lady Bobcats, closing the 11-point lead down to 6.
It's a big swing right there. We miss a layup. They convert on the other end. 4-point swing. You know, with Berryville getting a little more aggressive, might be a time for a ball fake and then get behind that defense. Those two guards up front are being really aggressive in those passing lanes. Lots of long possessions in this game.
It really has been.
But that's what his own defense wants you to do, Lynn, is slow the tempo of the game down, really make the offense work. Our girls are doing a nice job of working their offense right now.
And Hannah Noble, she's been waiting for that all night. She got it that time, gets an easy layup. And the 11-point lead now down to 4, Derek. Like I said, no lead is safe.
Yeah.
Coach Frow's going to take a timeout.
And that's one of those, it was great anticipation by Noble, and that's what I was talking about, Lynn. We might be able to ball fake that and then get in from behind there. And once you do that, you really got a 5-on-4 situation, or at least a 4-on-3 with that defender a little bit out of position. It's a good response for the Lady Bobcats, but Coach Frow going to take a quick timeout, see if we can get a counter punch, so to speak.
Well, nice start in 2 minutes, Derek. They went from 13 to 5, 13 to 9. They've gained, and it really with 18 seconds left in the first quarter, in the first quarter, it was 13 to 2. So the last 2 minutes and 18 seconds or so, they have closed the lead with 7 points. Sarah James Stone in the game, 3-pointer from Taylor Harton, short, and bottom. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Lynn, 4 out of 6 from the three-point line so far.
And now the pressure. Oh, they break it. And, another turnover done by the pressure of the Lady Tigers. So those made baskets really help out defensively as well, Derek.
Yeah, you're right. That was a great response right there. And that's a home roll that you would expect to get, that bounce off the rim right there. You don't get that on the road, I don't think.
Well, I could tell when she shot it was going to be short.
Yeah.
And nice job battling inside. The Lady Bobcats going to have the possession arrow in their favor. 5:07 to go. Lady Tigers up 16 to 9.
We've seen this too, Lynn, against the good teams in the conference. I'm thinking of Huntsville in particular, close to getting a 5-second call. But we've gotten off to such great starts, and then the other team kind of eases their way back in. It'll be important for our girls to maintain this lead, continue to build on it when you can. Coach Frow going with this full court pressure, giving Berryville a little bit of trouble.
And now they've broken the press. 3-pointer by Teague, short. Noble with the rebound. She's going to be fouled by Harton. First foul, Lady Tigers comes at the 4:51 mark. So both teams, Derek, we are over 10 minutes and 9 seconds in the game, only 2 fouls.
Yeah, that's big because our girls were not a real deep team, as you and I have talked about this year. So the more we can keep our starters out of foul trouble, the better off, the more minutes they're going to be able to play.
And Noble misses the first one.
Right now it looks like Coach Froud has used 2 bench players. Berryville looks like has only used 1 player off the bench, so they may be kind of a thin team as well.
That would be Shelby Rowland into the game, number 30, 16 to 10. Noble, very athletic, Derek. I'm watching her on their side, and she's nice take. They're going to call a jump on that? We get it, but it should have. I think Parker, that if anything, should have been over the back, Derek.
Yeah, one thing about these refs, they are letting them play, as you said, and I guess that's fine up to a point. There's a good inbounds play for the Lady Tigers as Lopez gets her first 2 points of the ball game.
18 to 10.
Nice inbounds play. Those inbounds plays are tough against his own defense, and that's a free basket right there that we got. Good game plan there.
Halfway through the second quarter, and it's an 8-point lead for the Lady Tigers. They're upset with their inside player there, Derek. There's Noble for three. No good. And so the Lady Tigers will bring it down.
Well, we got that bounce the last time we shot a three-point shot.
You're right. You don't get them on the road.
One thing I think we need to do, though, Lynn, is look to push the ball in transition a little bit, try to beat this zone before it sets up, because as you can tell, they really do a nice job once they get into the half court.
Three-pointer on the way. No good. There's Cox battling. She gets the rebound. Needs to get – oh, she walked. We got away with it. We got a little breakdown.
Yeah, we did. I think we got a couple of breaks. But, again, Ashley Cox doing a great job of getting that offensive rebound when everybody else had an equal opportunity there, and Ashley out-hustled them to go get that ball.
Now, nice drive, and lays in, does Taylor Harton, and it's 20-10.
7 points for Taylor, 8 points for Maddie. The Harton girls carrying us offensively right now. And now the defense picks up.
Oh, and that was Parker Lopez almost with the steal. Teague's been the player tonight, mostly for the Lady Bobcats, 7 of their 10. Hannah Noble with 1. Taylor Harton, she's fouled. It's her first foul, team second. Berryville still only with 1 foul, Derek.
Yeah, and that's not really a bad foul right there. Until the refs start to, consistently call that, you might as well go for a risk every once in a while, see if you can get a cheap steal.
And now they got a little bit of numbers here. Pass inside, nice job. Nice play that time by the Lady Bobcats as Haley Skelton gets her first basket. It's 20-12. That was a nice job that time by Shelby Rowland to make the Prairie Grove player commit to her that would allow the easy basket inside.
Yeah, and that's the thing you got to be careful of if you're the Lady Tigers is you don't want to expose yourself defensively by pressuring too much, because if the other team really starts to attack you, you can leave yourself a little bit vulnerable on the defensive end. That was a good job of Berryville taking advantage of that.
Derek, we've got to be careful of that cross-court pass with Noble.
Yeah, for sure.
Three-pointer by Taylor Harton. No good. Rebound goes to none other than Ashley Cox. Bartholomew for 3. No good. Rebound is – they're going to call Ashley Cox for over the back this time.
Boy, Ashley really going after every offensive rebound she can get. And that's just Ashley's first foul as well, so not a bad foul there. Might as well be aggressive and continue to go on the offensive boards.
Reminding those watching tonight that coming up between games tonight, we'll do an interview with McKay Gregson, who had a very special senior night last year. We'll review that.
Just about a year ago today, right?
Almost a year ago.
A couple of days away.
It was Valentine's Day a year ago. You and I are sitting in these same places.
Yeah.
We'll review that between games tonight, between the boys and the girls game. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good by Teague. She closes the lead down to 5. That's her second three.
Yeah, second 3 from the same spot right there. So Berryville doing a good job of getting her open on that wing. We've got to make sure we help out on screens, make sure we stick with her.
That was kind of a 6-point swing. We just barely missed a couple of threes, and then they get a 3, and so instead of going up by 11, we're only up 5.
Just 2 possessions ago, Lynn, the lead was 10, and now it's down to 5.
Under a minute to go here in the first half, and they're going to call her a walk, or they're going to get a foul.
Foul there. They're going to call the foul.
Skelton with her first foul, only the second team foul. So, Derek, no one's going to be really, I mean, we'll see what happens in the last 50-something seconds, but not anyone in serious foul trouble.
That's right. 2 free throws for Berryville. Lady Tigers have not shot a free throw, but that's really not too new this year. We've got a different style of team that doesn't attack the basket as much, shoots the ball a little bit better from the outside than our team.
Nice feed there by Bartholomew, and in by Ashley Cox. 22-15, 33 seconds to go here in the first half.
All 5 starters for the Lady Tigers with points in the first half. Nice pass right there from Camry, and nice finish by Ashley.
And now Teague brings it out, and looks like the Lady Bobcats may go for one shot. 22-15, Lady Tigers has had as big as an 11-point lead. Noble down to 6 seconds. 14 and no good. And that's going to do it. Alexi Smith missed the three-pointer. That's the end of the first half. The score, the Lady Tigers 22, Lady Bobcats 15. We'll take a few-minute break for halftime. Be back for the stats at the end of halftime period.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find two of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it a customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale. You just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities. Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home, and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Love God, love others, serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether supporting mission in Africa, doing mission work in Cambodia and Haiti, building homes in Texas, or fun for the entire family with board basketball and cheerleading, you'll find our members seeking to show love for God through love for neighbors. If you are looking for a church home, we invite you to experience GC. We have convenient service times on Sundays at 9 and 30 p.m. Exciting ministries and Prairie Grove, Washington County, and beyond. Love God, love others, serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church.
For over 100 years, the Luganbuehl name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. 4 generations of excellence in service. All aspects of caring for your loved one are handled with tender care, as well as with the honor and dignity they deserve. The type of service, the monument, every single aspect is handled with that special Luganbuehl care, including the opportunity to work with them on pre-planning. If you have any questions, please call 846-2141. That's 846-2141. Lloyd Wayne Luganbuehl, Stacy Luganbuehl, J.C. Dobbs, or Dwayne Cunningham stand ready to continue that Luganbuehl tradition. For more information, they invite you to visit their website, luganbuehl.com.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free Blue Checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free Blue Checking from Arvest Bank.
Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club represents our kids' sporting events grades K through 12. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Prairie Grove Tigers. If you'd be interested in helping out the sports teams with a monetary donation, please visit their website at pgboosterclub.com.
Okay, we're back with the stats from the first half. Derek, I'm going to start off with just a few.
Sure.
Just on the offensive rebounds. The Lady Tigers have 6 offensive rebounds in the first half. That's huge. 4 of those coming from Ashley Cox, Maddie Hartman with 1, and Parker Lopez with 1. And Berryville's also got a few second shots. They've had 3 offensive rebounds on their side.
Well, the 6 offensive rebounds, that really is magnified, Lynn, because there hadn't been too many possessions in the ball game. So when you can get extra shots on each possession, that's a big key. A great job for the Lady Tigers. As far as the scoring goes for the Lady Tigers, Maddie Harton with 8, Taylor Harton with 7, Camry Bartholomew with a 3, Ashley Cox and Parker Lopez each with 2. For Berryville, Teague has been the driving force for their offense. She's got 10 points, Noble with 3, and Skelton with 2. Lynn, it feels good to have a 7-point lead, but I think Berryville's got to come out of the locker room thinking, we didn't play real well. I mean, the first half we got down by a lot of points. They're still within striking distance. So these first few minutes of this second half are going to be critical for our girls to come out, not let Berryville get any closer. Try to really extend this lead, push it up into double digits, and then keep it there throughout the duration of the ball game.
Well, Derek, you're right, because this game in the second half, we were in a very similar situation with Huntsville just a couple of weeks ago. We really need this victory tonight, because what this does, with a victory tonight and a victory against Lincoln, we would have 2 conference losses, 1 to Huntsville, 1 to Berryville. Berryville lost, they've lost to
Gentry, I believe.
Gentry and to Huntsville. So if they lose tonight and still win against Huntsville, there's a chance we could still get the top seed with, with a little bit of a depending on some scoring within the conference. But regardless, you want one of these games. Got to really play well here in the second half, getting under the way here, and Lady Bobcats have a chance to cut it to 5 as they get the ball to start the second half. And there's Teague, wide open 3, and she walked.
Been a lot of traveling calls, and then a lot that haven't been called, actually.
And you know what? And I got to tell you, I mean, we always want to say our piece, but but our girls have walked a few times.
We have.
Too.
Both teams have walked a little bit and gotten away with it.
Trying to not be too much of a homer here, but our girls, I mean, and there's a turnover.
The one thing I like, though, Lynn, is it seems like you get the feel that these referees understand that this is a big ball game, and they're not trying to get too involved, and I hope they keep it that way, let the girls decide it on the court. But really, that first half, you only had 5 total fouls in the ball game combined, and so I like that the referees are letting them play. Here we go,
double dribble.
3 possessions, 3 turnovers to start the third quarter for each team here. Let's settle down and get a shot off this time.
And this is what I'm about to say. Nothing against Berryville at all, because I'm sure they played incredible up there. I don't see how they beat us by 20-something points.
Yeah, and I wasn't there either.
Yeah, so. I mean, and like I said, they're playing. This is a game, and now I'll say that, and I'll probably just. She walked again. That was about it. Here's what I saw, not what the referee saw. I saw her walk with the ball. Then I saw a very clean block.
I did
and
too.
We got a foul called against us with 2 fouls to shoot. That's the second foul on Ashley Cox. First team foul, second half.
Yeah, the more concerning thing, I think, would be, 2 possessions in the first minute for the Lady Tigers, 2 turnovers. So that's not the way I know Coach Frau wanted us to come out of the locker room.
We ain't got a shot off yet.
Have not got a shot off. And I think that's the first shot for Berryville as well.
And the first free throw was missed by Noble. She makes the second one. She's 2 of 4 from the line tonight. It's 22-16. Lady Tigers need a basket. It's been a little while.
Yeah, we had a 20-10 lead towards the end of the second quarter. Berryville made a little mini run to end the half and get themselves within striking distance. Now it's important for our girls to battle back right here, get a good offensive possession. Boy, they are really being aggressive on our perimeter players.
And no calls, which I'm fine with as long as they let them all play similarly.
Yeah, and it doesn't get out of hand, which so far both teams have been playing within the rules of the game. It's not gotten too physical yet.
Tigers have had the ball this time 40 seconds in this possession.
Parker is kind of roaming that mid to high post area, or she was. Now she's on the baseline there, but that's a spot where we can get her the ball and she can do some damage.
It's going to be called on a foul. That's going to be the first chance that the Lady Tigers can go to the line tonight.
Yep.
Taylor Harton will go to the line. 6:09 to go here.
Yeah, first free throw attempts for the Lady Tigers. Taylor with 7 points.
And she makes the first free throw, 23-16.
Lady Tigers hit 4 3-point baskets. We're 4 out of 9. I think we've missed our last 3.
And that one goes in. It's 24-16, back to an 8-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Oh, almost got a turnover there. Oleski Smith with the ball. She's picked up by Taylor Harton. And Noble guarded by Bartholomew.
Lynn just as
now,
here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, just all of a sudden, you know, hardly any fouls called in the first half, and now
I started bragging on him too soon, Lynn. That's probably my mistake. Oh, that was close to being backcourt. But just a point of reference, Lynn, we scored 17 points the last time we played Berryville. Already with 24 tonight, had 22 at halftime, so scored more in a half than we did the entire 4 quarters over at Berryville.
Well, we scored
game.
13 in the first quarter, so
yeah,
we almost matched it in the first quarter.
Right.
$5:15 to go. 3-pointer on the way, no good, and rebound goes to Hannah Noble. She's on the charge. She's going to pull it out, 24-16.
It was good transition defense for the Lady Tigers to get back and stop the ball.
It was, because that was a long rebound that came out. She had a chance to really go. Lady Tigers able to get back. Boy, Parker's lucky she didn't pick up a foul there. Oh, Noble all alone, 3-pointer from the corner. Good. Hannah Noble just closes it down to 5 points, 24-19. Derek, we made a lot of 3-pointers in that first half. Missed our first one here in the second half.
I think we've missed 4 in a row now, Lynn, after starting 4 of 6 from the behind the arc. Now 4 out of 10. Still a good percentage, but got to find other ways to score. Got to be versatile.
Lopez driving baseline, works it, kicks it out. Bartholomew for 3, no good. Rebound's going to go to Sarah James Stone.
Lady Tigers doing a great job on the offensive boards tonight.
Lopez going to have to get that out. Now had a little hand check foul. Lady Tigers got a break there getting that foul because it kind of got us out. And we were not handling that well. It looked like we were about to turn it over.
Yeah, and when you get the ball against the zone defense and you're right around that lane area, you've got to realize you're going to have 2, sometimes even 3 defenders trying to get that ball and get a hand on it. That time they got a foul there. Kind of bailed us out just a little bit. Got to be careful when you get the ball inside. Be really strong with it around that 15-foot in area.
Boy, they are really playing strong on defense. That's a 5-second call. Should be. They're going to get a foul. Well, we got a break there, Derek. That was I'm going to tell you, number 14, Oleski Smith, that was really good defense by her.
Really good defense up until the very end where she committed the foul. Lynn, Berryville had 2 fouls in the entire first half. They picked up 3 in the first 4 minutes of this half.
Boy, she is all over her. And now here's Maddie Harton driving baseline, kicks it up off the backboard. Good.
Nice.
That's a nice play by Maddie Harton, 26-19.
And that's Maddie's first points in a while. She's got 10. She leads Lady Tigers in scoring right now, but good to see her get going. That was a good attack to the basket.
Into the game. Wow, Maddie Harton's getting the foul. Now, boy, they didn't call anything. Now everything. Melody Smith in the game now. I think this is her first action tonight, Derek, number 23.
Yeah, I think that's right, Lynn. I hadn't had her checking into the ball game. I know they used 1 player off the bench, but I think it was number 30.
Yeah, it was.
Roland.
26-19, 3:15 to go in the third.
Well, now that we know the referees are tightening up a little bit, just got to adjust your play to that.
Wow.
More fouls.
Really more fouls in this quarter, yeah.
Than the entire first half.
Free throw on the way, short. Berryville's hurt themselves from a free throw line tonight.
2 out of 5.
26-19. Smith with the second one, Alexi Smith with the second one on the way. And she cuts it back to a 6-point lead. 26-20 as we approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter.
Well, now if you're the Lady Tigers and you realize the referees are calling a little tighter,
wow.
A chance for you to be aggressive right here offensively, try to force the action and maybe make them commit another foul. At the same time, you still got to be careful with the basketball.
2:45 to go. Lady Tigers up by 6. Lady Tigers have led throughout the contest.
And as much as those guards up top are pressuring Lynn, it seems like we ought to be able to get something behind those girls to get a look.
Taylor Doss, you know, Taylor made a nice move to the basket that time, Derek. She's not been the same, I don't think, since she's come back from her illness. And Hannah Noble, all on, that's her spot. She stands there. Luckily, she misses that one. Nice rebound. Wow, a lot of going up there, and the Lady Tigers going to get that jump ball. A lot of contact underneath.
A lot of contact, and that was a good look for Berryville. We got a little fortunate right there because she usually doesn't miss. Well, she hit the last one that she took over there in that wing to corner area.
Well, she stands there a lot.
Yeah,
so
she does.
It looks,
yeah.
You know, a player who does, that's their spot if they
Yep.
stand there quite a bit. Lady Tigers fortunate enough to it went in and out.
You see all that area that's open, right where Lopez is. Seems like we ought to be able to attack that a little bit if those guards continue to pressure us so far away from the basket.
No, but I was just saying Taylor Doss, very good, solid basketball player, has not seemed quite the same since she was ill for a couple of games and has just not seemed quite the same. There's a three-pointer by Teague, and it misses. 1:45 to go.
2 open looks Berryville's had the last 2 possessions, not been able to capitalize. Good job by the Lady Tigers getting the defensive boards, limiting them to 1 shot.
She's going to need some help.
Oh, goodness. Well, Lynn, we're not in foul trouble yet. You got Maddie Harton, Ashley Cox, Taylor Doss, each with 2 fouls. Like to see them get to the fourth quarter with still just 2 fouls as Smith hits her first free throw.
Down to 1:30 to go, 26-21. Second free throw now on the way by Lexi Smith. It's going to go down the wire, Derek. That one goes off the back of the rim. Lady Tigers get the rebound. 26-21. What was the halftime score, Derek?
22-15.
So we've only scored 4 here in the third.
Right, yeah, this is kind of the same thing we ran into the first time we played Berryville.
Three-pointer?
Come on, Maddie.
Oh, we needed it, and that's our third one missed. She gets her own rebound. And they're going to calling a jump ball. Is going to go to Berryville, Derek.
Well, the thing you like about it, Lynn, is we are continuing to pound the offensive boards. And if we win this game, I think that's where we're going to look, and that's going to be the key, is we've just gotten so many more second chance opportunities than the Lady Bobcats. Still not been able to get away from them on the scoreboard end.
Well, another foul. Now
yeah.
They're going to be in the 1-and-1 from here on out. That's her second foul for Maddie Harton, or Taylor Harton. And so now Lady Tigers, it's a chance for them to cut it down to 3, possibly 2 with a three-pointer.
I don't think
and another foul. They're going to the line. And even if it's on the floor, it's going to be a 1-and-1.
Well, you can see Smith has really been aggressive this third quarter. She's come out of the halftime break. Actually, that wasn't Smith.
That was Noble.
But Noble did a good job in the first half. But Smith is really looking to score and make things happen on the offensive end for Berryville. She's been more aggressive this second half.
On the 1-and-1, she makes it. She's missed the first one.
Yeah.
Her other time's up, made the second one. This time she makes it. It's 26-22, 57.4 seconds. Second one on the way, missed. And there's going to be a foul on number 21, Teague. That's Teague's second, the 14th foul on Berryville. 4-point lead. This is the closest the Bobcats have been in quite some time, Derek.
Yeah, I don't know if they've been within 4 points since the first quarter, and that was early in the first quarter because we got out to such a hot start offensively.
Well, the defense has really hurt us here. The difference has been, Derek, we haven't made the three-point shots.
Yeah, it really has.
We've had three good open looks.
Yes,
three
we have.
pointers, and not made them in the second half. In the first half, we were making those shots.
Yeah, we missed 6 in a row from behind the arc. Looks like we're going to play for one shot, Lynn. Try to take this lead into the fourth quarter. Going to go down to the wire, like you said.
14 seconds.
Go ahead. This is a big possession right here. I mean, if we score right here, we've got a lot of momentum going in the fourth quarter. If we don't score right here, then Berryville kind of feels really good about themselves.
If we can end it, we get the ball to start the.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
The fourth quarter.
Oh gosh.
And now couldn't have happened to. And well, wow, that was not a good transition there, Derek. Now they're going to have a chance to close it to 2. We had a chance to really stretch that out. Could have got a 2-pointer, get 6, and got the ball instead.
Yeah, third foul on Taylor, too. Only thing good happened right there, Lynn, was she missed the layup because that could have easily been a 3-point opportunity.
And she missed the first free throw.
They are struggling at the free throw line.
Boy, if you got half of theirs back, they'd have the lead.
Yeah, they're 5 out of 11 at the line tonight.
That's been a benefit to the Tigers, and now she misses both free throws.
5 out of 12, goodness.
So Bartholomew is going to try to – we're going to have 1.4. Coach Frow not happy with the way this has transpired in the last, say, 10 seconds.
Yeah, the scoring has really slowed down, Lynn.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. Lady Tigers only got 4 that time. It's 26-22. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter after this.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers!
Okay, we're back for the fourth and final quarter. Remind you, at the end of the game, we'll do stats, and then we'll have an interview with last year's, I guess let's call him the last year's star of senior night, McKay Gregson.
Definitely the star, no doubt about it, Lynn. Looking at the scoring for the Lady Tigers, Lynn, first quarter 13 points, second quarter 9, third quarter 4. This is not a good trend. We need to get that back up, try to finish this game off. It's going to be tight all the way through. Berryville has not been able to catch us, but you just feel like the longer they hang around, at some point they're going to catch up to us. So we've got to really execute our offense.
We had an 8-point lead. We actually had an 11-point lead with 18 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yep.
And they've outscored us since that time. And now Cox is going to get fouled and go to the line. But, Derek, they outscored us in the second quarter by 1. They outscored us by 3 in the third. Prairie goes clinging to a 4-point lead with Cox at the line. They've got 5 fouls now, so we're just a couple fouls away from being in the bonus as well.
Yeah, we're a good free throw shooting team on the year as Ashley hits her first free throw. We're 3 of 3. That's 3 points for Ashley tonight.
Well, you know, the thing about their zone tonight, Derek, that's been very effective for them, she missed the second one. Things been effective in their zone. We're not getting anything low, but, boy, they're pressuring us really well out in the front court. Now, you got to give Berryville credit for the way they've played. Now, the Lady Tigers have done exceptionally well and good defensive series. Now here comes Noble. I told you about her athleticism,
yeah,
Derek. You saw it right there.
Yeah, she caught up to us. A good hustle play there, but also a good play by Taylor, forcing that turnover, getting us an extra possession. You're right about the zone defense, though, Lynn. It really has slowed down the tempo of the game. We've not gotten any fast break opportunities. That was maybe our first one of the night, and weren't able to execute there.
Harton for 3. Bottom!
Oh,
there we go. That's a big one. 30-22. That was a big three-pointer, Derek.
Yeah, Lynn, we missed 8 in a row until that point. Great job by Taylor. That's her second three-point basket of the night, and that's a huge one there.
Back to an 8-point lead with 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Taylor's got to be careful. She's got 3 fouls. And the Lady Tigers defense, there's a turnover. Skelton just couldn't quite hang on to that. Coach Corneliuson's going to take a timeout. Let's stay with it this time, Derek. 30-22.
Lynn, every time Berryville's got it to a 5-point game, we've found a way to answer and just get it back to 7 or 8. Now what we've not been able to do is get it back above into that double-digit area from the first quarter. So we'll see here with an 8-point lead and with the ball. Big possession right here to push it up to a double-digit lead.
Well, Derek, 6:58 to go in the game, 30-22. If we can find a way to stretch, we got the ball now, an opportunity to stretch us to double-digit lead. If we could stop, if we could do that and hold, bring it back, I could see Coach Froud. They're going to stay in that zone.
Yeah.
Is forcing them to come out and see if we can't get something a little closer to the basket.
Yeah, and Berryville has shown that they will extend their pressure just a little bit. They've not really gone full court, but they've gone into the half court, pressuring up top there. And we've got good enough guards, Lynn, to take care of the ball and really make them pay if they choose to do that. So I think you're right. If we can get it up to a 10-point lead, at some point, sooner or later, Berryville's going to have to pressure us and extend that press out. They're not going to do it here, though. They're going to back off a little bit.
And here we go. 6:58 now. Go in the ball game. And you know what? She better get it on a cross, Derek.
There we go.
She was down to about 7 seconds on that already.
Oh,
no. Boy, we got a break. We got a break right there.
Yeah, got to be careful with those cross-court passes. With the athleticism of Berryville, they can get a lot of hands on the passes and deflections and steals.
I know a lot of these girls, you talk about athleticism. I know Noble and I believe Aleski Smith both played on their volleyball team that had an incredible team, made a nice little run at the state volleyball tournament, and just a fantastic team. There's a three-pointer by Maddie Harton. No good. Rebound by Parker Lopez.
There it
and
is.
What chance for the and one. 32-22.
Another offensive rebound, Lynn. I'll be anxious to see. Our statistician is keeping offensive rebounds tonight. That's been the difference in the ball game in my estimation. That and our ability to hit the three-point shot from the outside. We've hit 5 3-pointers, but those offensive rebounds really what's keeping us ahead in the ball game, I think.
6:28 to go in the ball game. Lopez with a chance. She missed it. But look who gets the rebound. Another offensive rebound by Ashley Cox. Derek, she has played fantastically on the board. And
got a shoelace untied there, looks like. Well, I have a feeling if Berryville loses this, Lynn, they are going to work on defensive rebounding. You got to give our girls credit. It's all about hustle, want to, and effort. And so far, we've done the job on the offensive
And we've
glass.
talked about this. We've always had one. Last year, it was Callie Robinson. Before that, it was Brooke Barnett.
Yeah.
And now Ashley Cox.
Filling that role, knowing your role, doing it to the best of your ability. And Lady Tigers, Ashley Cox, doing a great job of that tonight.
Lady Tigers, wow, boy, we got to be careful not to turn over. But right now, Lady Tigers going to content to run some clock. We'll get out of that corner. Nice job that time by the Lady Bobcats. And a wall.
Okay.
The Berryville coach, and rightfully so, is just he's staring at the ref. Bartholomew's going to have to get just a little quicker on getting the ball over.
Yeah, she's taking that leisurely stroll up the half court there, using every bit of that 10 seconds. No harm done, though.
Nice move, no good. Rebound goes to the Bobcat, Lady Bobcats.
Out of all the walks they haven't called, Lynn, to call that last one, I'd be a little upset too, but it worked out. Berryville's got the ball back.
And now they call, that's a makeup. Nobody touched her.
Are you insinuating that referees make makeup calls from time to time, Lynn?
It's exactly what I'm insinuating. 3 fouls now on Bartholomew, 9, so the Lady Bobcats will be shooting 2 from here on out tonight, and that is Alexi Smith, and she's just made her first of 2, second one on the way, no good.
6 out of 14 at the line, Lynn. Rebounds and free throws really coming back to haunt the Lady Bobcats tonight.
Now, I think Prairie Grove's got to be careful, and they're trying to run some clock, but they need to get a good basket.
The other thing our girls need to be aware of, Lynn, I think we got 4 timeouts left. So if you get caught in a situation where you need to use a timeout, burn one. It's better than committing a turnover, so be aware of that.
Oh, boy, I didn't like that. It was effective and it worked, but boy, I didn't like it. Down to 4.5 minutes to go. We did this against Huntsville a little bit, Derek, and it kind of backfired on us.
Yeah, the one thing I like what our girls, the ball's not hitting the floor much, Lynn. I mean, it's catch and look, see what the defense is giving you, and then if you've got to dribble the ball, you dribble the ball. But right now, that's just good spacing and good ball movement from the Lady Tigers.
We've almost burned.
Homage to Dean Smith, as you mentioned in the first half, just burning clock here.
What a great coach, Derek. I mean, back before we had the one and done in college basketball when players had to stay, boy, he had some great teams. And there's a three-pointer by Taylor Harton.
Oh.
Whoa! And now with the largest lead in the game, Derek, it comes with 3:53. It's 35-23.
I don't want to say that's a dagger, but, boy, that sure increased our chances of winning this ball game. Puts us up 12.
And now Noble tried to come right back, and now there's going to be a foul, and the Lady Tigers are going to have a 1-and-1. Free throws will be critical down the stretch here, Derek, if we can get a couple of these. Derek, it's just hit me as I looked at this. Last girls' game we're going to do in this gym.
I know it. I know it.
It's really, I think just in the years that we've been doing the webcast, and I know this gym's been open probably, 35 years maybe? When did it
I want to say somebody I heard today said 76, so 39 years of basketball games in this gym.
And, definitely I was I'm not – you may not even been born when it was open.
I wasn't. Almost. 3 years away.
I actually was a tight myself, but going back over the years, but just in the time we've done it, the great basketball we've seen, the great players. We'd mentioned some earlier. There's a three-pointer, and it's good. This game's not over. 35-26. Back down.
Right. So many great memories.
I mean, you were going through, and I mean, just in the time that we've done this, you were talking about Islet, and then, when Coach Froud got here, some of the girls that went through his program, I remember Hillary Box and Bethany Burris, and some of those girls that came through, and then Ashton Absher and her group came through, and then the great run he had, the Clements, Alicia Clements,
Rutherford,
Kendra Coyle, and then Huber. We mentioned Brooke Barnett. I hate to mention names because I know I'm missing them.
Yeah, sure. But
the last 10 years during Froud's tenure here has been incredible, and not to count the many who've played over the years in this gym. And we'll get into some boys' memories that'll be very, very real to us here because you were a part of that as an assistant coach for many years, and then watching your brother play here over the years. And
I'm trying to think of just some girls' games that just came down to the wire. You hit a buzzer beater. I don't know if there was one. They were already out of hand in the recent years.
And a lot of those we've seen in tournaments. I know Michelle Lopsarkis hit one that night down in where was that?
Was that it wasn't Ozark, was it? It was somewhere down there.
It was down that way, Pottsville or somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
And she hit the three-pointer off the glass. Jake, and I did that game that night.
Yep.
Boy, there's a steal. And then they turn it over. Boy, what a break for the Lady Tigers. Coach Froud not happy at all with what happened there. This pass was kind of soft.
Yeah, you knew the press was going to come at some point. You just got to be more decisive in what you're doing, making your passes. Nice job there. Now pull it out and run some clock.
Get out of that corner, and now there's going to be a foul.
Oh, Coach Froud called a timeout before the foul, it looked like. A little unfortunate there because the baseline official was going to give us a 1-and-1 on a foul. But, yeah, I was trying to think of just any games that just really stand out. We had such a great run against the conference opponents. I know we hosted the regional tournament a few times in this gym. I can't say I remember who won those.
Well, I can tell you something I remember about a junior high regional tournament. I'll never forget this. It was back when Kevin Morton was playing actually at Elkins.
Yeah.
And he was a ninth grader, and he was standing out. He ended up playing for Prairie Grove. That's why I'm talking about him.
Uh-huh.
But that night he was standing out here at the Paw, he started it like three-pointer, and they kept coming out. He kept backing up at a junior high game and just burying them. That kid could just flat out hit a three-pointer. I'd like to, we'll get into some boys games and definitely talk about the Josh Smith era and some of those great players that have been here.
I know when we first moved to Prairie Grove, Coach Ruley's wife, who's Charity Tyree at the time, she played on some great teams and went to state as well, coming through her years back in the mid to late 90s. And then before that, Lynn, I know of a lot of people that did play that are now still, in Prairie Grove in the community, teaching school with me, and been a lot of games played in this gymnasium.
Well, I'll tell you another young lady that played and did very well here, played for Coach Green, is Dylan Sainer's mother, Carolyn.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carolyn Sainer was at the time Carolyn Madewell. She was a basketball player here many years ago. So,
well, as a matter of fact, talking about Coach Ruley's wife, Coach Ed's wife, Barbara, it was Barbara Reef at the time. She played for Coach Green back in the day.
And there's a foul down to 147, 35-36. Just a reminder for our interview coming up between the games. Well, at the end of this game, we'll do the stats of this game and announce a Everett Chevrolet player of the game. And then we'll interview this is a great senior night tonight. And we've already announced all those earlier in the game. We'll talk about last year's senior night, a special night here in Prairie Grove. And to be honest, Derek, it was a special night for Farmington as well. And I'll always remember we'll talk about that a little bit more. Great fond memories.
I refused to go to that game, Lynn, because I wanted my last memory of Prairie Grove Farmington in that gymnasium to be last year district finals, getting that sweep over there. That was a
great night.
That was a great night.
37-26, minute 40. Looks like the Lady Tigers going to be in a really good position, Derek. Now, they still have to beat Lincoln. That is something that has to take place. But with a victory, so Friday night's game still means quite a bit. But shot missed.
Lynn, important here to keep this double-digit lead, because if you did happen to lose to Lincoln, if you have a double-digit split with Berryville, then it goes to conference margin of victory. So
and you can only get so much. It's not
to 10 points.
Yeah, up to 10 points.
So you want to keep this double-digit lead. Seems like a given we're going to win this game, but it's another part of the game that you definitely want to hold on to this double-digit lead.
And Coach Froud's just at this point stalling, and now Coach Froud's going to call a timeout with exactly 1 minute to go.
1 minute.
And
Lynn, our players of the game for the Lady Tigers going to be our seniors tonight. I mean, just give it to all the seniors over there. That's what we usually do. So. Congratulations to all the seniors on the basketball team.
I think if we did that, we'd have to give it to one of the managers. I think we got two managers that are seniors.
Oh, there you go.
It's been a good game tonight for the Lady Tigers. And, I'll tell you what, this Berryville team, they've got a shot at home, I think. To beat Huntsville. There's no telling, Derek. We could still come away with the #1 seed and possibly a share of the conference title.
Yeah, you're right. And I think really, Lynn, all three of the teams we're talking about, us, Berryville, Huntsville, all three are good enough to get to the state tournament. Having said that, you still got to play your way there. And like we said, it's not a double elimination. It's a one-game winner-go-home situation when you get to these districts and regional tournaments.
Think about last year, Derek. We went in as the district tournament champions. The girls, district tournament champions, seeded 1. We played, was it Waldron that we played in the first round?
I believe so,
and they were coming in, with, I think, with a 500 or so record.
Or maybe below,
And we won by 2. You can't take any game for granted. That's why you can't take Friday night's game for granted.
That's right.
And really why you want to win this game to automatically get in regional, just not to have a chance to have that bad game.
Well, we'll run over to Lincoln, though. It'll be their senior night.
Yep.
They'll want a big rivalry between us and them.
And now a foul by number 23, Shelby Rowland. Coach Corneliuson, he knows that 10-point thing too, and he's like,
he wants the ball back, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants to see what he can do. Hopefully, this 1-and-1's very important. If she can knock down the first, and she doesn't, so
big possession right here.
I mean, it's hard to believe, Derek. We're sitting here rooting for.
Yeah.
And this could play in getting that top seed as well. Could play into that.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Oh.
Every point matters. Oh, that's
and the foul.
not what you wanted there.
Coach Froud's going to two free throws here. We got to hope she goes 1 of 2 or misses them both.
You know, this happened, I don't know if it was last year, Lynn, or the year before. It happened to Pea Ridge Farmington boys. Pea Ridge lost the game, but they scored at the buzzer to make it like a 5-point game instead of a 7-point game, and they actually won the tiebreaker between Farmington on that basket there. Oh, there we go, there we go.
And now down to 30 seconds, and a turnover.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Coach Froud is so mad right now. He understands what's going on.
In and out, no good. Oh. Coach Froud is not happy.
Coach Froud going to use this timeout to get a few things off his chest.
Well, the other thing, too, is, Derek, he'll try to score now.
You got to. Yeah,
I mean, if they make both free throws or even one, he's going to have to try to score.
Yeah, you do. And if you're Berryville,
you're going to back off.
Yeah, you're not
back off.
You're probably what you're going to see from them.
Well, I thought we had it there, Derek, because
I know it.
once they missed that, we got the rebound. If we don't throw the ball away, we're forcing them to foul, but we got 2 chances to make it.
We have been a little bit sloppy against pressure defense from time to time this year. With a young team, you would expect that just a little bit, but that's key because when you go to the regional tournament, you go to the state tournament, you're going to see some pressure teams and even some more athletic teams than what Berryville's got, so you've got to be able to handle that pressure.
Well, Derek, we're 22 seconds away. We still see how this thing – I want to make sure that we finish this. Yeah. Then we'll name our –
Do you not feel comfortable yet, Lynn? No.
Everett Chevrolet player of the game coming up. Big free throws here, number 15, Whitney Howerton. She's at the line. 22 seconds to go, 37-27. And Howerton's first free throw on the way is no good.
Lynn,
Coach Cornelius said he's over there.
They are 7 out of 17 at the free throw line.
And if this second one's on the way, and it is good. So Coach Froud's going to have to he's going to want to try to score.
And Berryville, boy,
there's a foul. And that's a break for the Lady Tigers.
I don't think Berryville realized the seriousness of keeping this a single-digit game, I don't guess.
Yeah, I think what you do is you back off there, Derek.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they may be still thinking winning this one, but
maybe,
that's a long shot.
Yeah, that's a long
now,
shot.
I'll never forget 2008 team in Farmington. Our 2008 boys team was down by 7 with 30-something seconds, and we came back and won it.
Yep,
so
yep.
It's not there. Hart, one of our better free throw shooters, knocks it down 38-28.
Well, Lynn, after scoring just 4 points in the third quarter, we've done a good job, even with the game slowed down. 13 points in the fourth quarter.
Boy, I would love it so much more, Derek, if we had a 12-point lead.
Well, here we go. This is
and now a foul.
Oh my goodness!
Got to hope for another 50% from the line here, and the Lady Tiger.
Lynn, they've not hit two in a row at the.
Don't say it. You just
sorry.
You just jinxed it, Dugan. Coach. They know what this means.
Well, we'll find out if Berryville hits these 2 free throws and then fouls us. I don't think they do know.
Yeah, but if they don't, then what's? And I bet he just told them if we make these, back off, and then our girls will go to our girls. If you're our girls, you're going to the hole.
And he may say, if we miss these, foul them. Just keep fouling them. Well, that was the 5th foul on Camry. So after there were 2 fouls called on us in the first half.
Free throw, good.
Oh gosh.
Down to 9. Or down to 10. This could be down to 9 with 11.3. Second one on the way. This one is good as well. So the Lady Tigers, they're still applying the pressure.
They're still going to foul, Lynn.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Coach Froud calls a timeout again. I don't understand what Berryville's doing, to be honest with you. I don't know why they're – I mean, the game's over. And maybe he's just realizing, hey, the likelihood of us going over to Lincoln and losing, but you still got to think it's a possibility.
But here's Derek, I guess that's true. That's part of it. But for us, if they find a way to beat Huntsville, it becomes huge for us.
Yeah, it does. Yep. I mean, Berryville could potentially go from a 1 to a 3 seed on the final 8 seconds of this game.
Wait, they didn't call. Oh, Coach Frau called a
timeout there. Yep. Well, Berryville going to continue to press.
Oh, wow. What a break. And Coach Cornelius, just look at him, Derek. He's shaking his head.
I don't get what they're doing. Just let the game end here.
I'm okay with it. I mean,
if they're going to let us do it, let's do it. Step up and knock these two down, Maddie. Or just one, actually.
First one on the way, no good.
Coach Froud realizes that I guarantee you.
I'm actually surprised that we don't have them down here getting rebounds. That one's good. 10-point lead. Coach Froud.
Oh, Coach Froud knew what was going on. Well, hey, a good win.
A good win, nonetheless.
No doubt about it. And then if we take care of business Friday at Lincoln, the result of this one, the point margin won't matter.
Well, the final score, the Lady Tigers 40, Lady Bobcats 32. Now, let us go through the stats. Our Everett Chevrolet players of the game, we're going to have co-players. Taylor Harton with 19 points. She was big in the scoring, but just as big, Derek, we don't overlook it, is the 6 offensive rebounds tonight from Ashley Cox were huge and giving us those second chances, and the Lady Tigers win. Derek, you want to go through the stats real quick, and then we're going to then we'll go ahead and we'll do our interview for tonight.
Okay, sounds good. Taylor Harton with 19, Maddie with 11, Lopez with 4, Cox and Bartholomew with 3. For Berryville, Teague had 10 points, but Lynn, she didn't score from about mid-third quarter on, and then Hannah Noble also had 10 points. And Lynn, you bring up a good point about Ashley Cox is it goes to show you can really impact the game without scoring points. I mean, there are ways that you can put your prints on the game, and Ashley Cox did that tonight. Great job by her. Great job overall by the Lady Tigers, winning their final game in this gymnasium.
Well, that's the last game ever for a Lady Tiger team. We come home with a victory. Now, we're going to take a second here and get a headset ready for